Hello there, and welcome to Season 2 of Tatooine Tableflip. I am Jimmie, and today I'm going to be looking at Vikings Gone Wild from Lucky Duck Games. Let's get this thing opened up and have a look. Vikings Gone Wild, released by Lucky Duck Games, is a fast, fun deck builder with some other elements thrown in, designed by Julien Vergongin. It sports whimsical artwork, a tight rule set, and engaging gameplay. Oh man, how many of you heard deck builder and went ugh and nearly bailed? Huh? I know, the board game industry is rife with deck builders, and so recently it's become all too easy to dismiss any game touting this mechanic. There are standouts though, and even though this form of gameplay has nearly worn out its welcome, when you run across one of those exceptions, oh baby, it is good times. Vikings Gone Wild is not just a deck builder, it also incorporates hand management, resource management, and a little bit of set collecting. It sees you and up to 3 of your friends playing as Vikings, attempting to develop your village while also raiding and pillaging your neighbors. Here's how it works. Like just about every other deck builder, you're going to be drawing and playing cards, and like just about every other deck builder, you're going to be buying new cards to add to your deck. And like just about every other deck builder, you're going to be running for the highest point total at the end of the game. However, Vikings Gone Wild stands out for a couple of reasons born of design choices, such as the creation of a tableau, i.e. your village. This is where you're going to be playing various cards as the game goes on and is separate from the main marketplace. Your village starts with just this tiny little town hall, which limits you to just 3 other buildings. But don't worry, this little guy is completely upgradable, allowing you to build a bigger, better village. You do this by spending beer and or gold, the game's 2 resources. Upgrade your town hall and you can add other buildings to your village, allowing you to not only produce these 2 resources, but potentially giving you the ability to store them from turn to turn as well. But just like every other game that's utilized this concept, with growth comes danger as your friends begin to covet your stuff and want to take it for their own. This presents as your friends sending their heroes and other characters into your village to bunk your buildings on their figurative coconuts. So while you're gearing up to raid their village, you also need to be gearing up for defense. And you do that by buying these defense cards, the only cards that you're allowed to play out of turn, and you slap them down in front of an invading force just as the business is about to hit the fan. The combat mechanic in this game is slick, it's brutal, and it's fast. It's just comparative numbers. But this presents an interesting and strategic gameplay in that no other player can be attacked more than once per round. Unless you're in a 3-player game and your 2 friends have attacked each other, technically leaving you no one to attack. This creates an exception, but even then, no building can be attacked more than once per round either. The main reason to attack your friends' buildings is to pillage. As I said, there's 2 resources in the game, gold and beer, and if you successfully attack one of their buildings with any of those resources on it, you get to take 1 as spoils of war. This can not only help to expedite the growth of your village, but it can also act as a catch-up mechanic if you're falling a little behind. It also doubles a little bit as a take that, as sometimes when you grab that resource, it's one that they were saving specifically to buy a new card or to put a new building into play. Around our table, quite often we had these no moments where somebody's plans got completely wrecked because someone had grabbed one of their resources. Now, I know that people take issue sometimes with take that mechanics because they can come off as simply being mean for the sake of being mean, but considering the theme of this game, I think the warning is clearly marked on the label. In a game bursting with goofiness and laughter, one of the biggest laughs we got was born of one of those oh no moments. Oh man, there's so many ways to gain points in this game that I feel like I could do a whole episode on just that, but how boring would it be to run all of that down? Instead, I'll just say that this is the points track, and these spaces marked with the little winged symbol denote certain milestones that, as you pass them, allow for some pretty cool stuff to happen in the game. The game flirts just barely with being a point salad, but I feel like it stops just shy of that by sheer dint of the dynamic that the game is infused with. I also don't think that anyone's going to suffer analysis paralysis in trying to figure out what avenue to take in regards to the points, because The fun of this game isn't in the points farming, but in the interaction between players. But hey, if you get a bunch of points for any of the myriad actions allowed in the game, then hooray! You've heard me bang on and on about deck builders and how much fun I've had with them. This slots into a gap in my deck building experience that I didn't even know I had. It sports a very solid rule set that is easy to teach, silly, whimsical artwork that is totally evocative of the theme, and loads of fun replayability. Vikings Gone Wild definitely gets a spot on my game shelf. Hey guys, this episode kicks off Season 2 of Tatooine Tableflip, so to keep up with all of my shenanigans, how about hitting that subscribe button and ringing that bell? You can find me on the web at BoardGamerBlues.com or on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as BoardGamerBlues. Come find me and tell me what you think of the show, or just chat with me about board games. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time on Tatooine Tableflip. Bye!